I just want to have like a little bit of a chat to you guys about, well, I guess it's to do with back to school, so we can talk about that a wee bit. But I just wanted to have a chat to let you know what's been going on and just a couple of thoughts in my head and stuff. So, first of all, I would like to tell you a bit about what's going on with college and stuff, because I get that it's back to school and next week's when my old school are going back, and I find that insane because that means the summer's over for them, and we've only started getting decent weather. I say that today, but it's been spitting. So, they're going back on Tuesday. Also, I don't understand why they're going back on Tuesday and not Monday. It just, I don't get what taking off a day or adding a day will make. Like, I don't get why starting Monday would make a difference. Anyway, does that make sense? I hope so. I'm going with that anyway. So basically, I went to college from January there to June, and that was a 6-month course, obviously, and a lot happened within that 6 months. I met a lot of amazing people that now I'm proud to call my friends. I learnt things that I wanted to learn in high school but never actually got the right information about it. I met amazing people. I met amazing lecturers who were really passionate about what they were talking about, because there's some teachers, and I bet we all have them, that they don't really care, or it doesn't appear that they care about what's going on in their class. They just kind of sort it. They just kind of, it's like they're going through the emotions. But what happened with my college is, obviously you have tests. So I had a test for every subject, and altogether I believe I had 9. Yeah, 3 days and 3 subjects, so that would be 9. So what happened was, I passed all of them, bar one. There was one that I didn't pass, which was maths, or numeracy is what the actual subject's name was, but it's maths. And at that time I had already applied for level 6. I got a conditional for it, which means I get it on the condition, and the condition was that I passed the course and I got a good recommendation of my teachers, so of like my lecturers. So all my lecturers, from what I know, gave me a half decent one. The only issue was timekeeping, and yeah, just timekeeping. That was the only real issue. But if you don't know, I don't think I've actually mentioned it on this channel yet, but I am in a carer role. So there's an ad on my computer that just popped up, and it kind of made me laugh, so sorry about that. So I'm in a caring role, which means sometimes I was late, actually quite a lot I was late due to that role. Because in a caring role you have to put the person you're caring for before yourself, and if that meant that I was late, then so be it. But now obviously, because I failed and I didn't get a recommendation of my lecturers, I didn't get into the course, but I was told that at the end of term, that we were all told this in my course, that if we failed something like numeracy or comms, with communications, which is just English, we could just like reset it the year after and do like the level 5 instead of the level 6, which is what I applied for. So sorry if this is getting confusing. I kind of like mix and mash, and I don't have any direction. So yeah. So where was I before? Okay. I ramble a lot. So I was told I could do level 5, which was fine. So I had no words about like the fact that I wasn't doing this course, so I just assumed otherwise, that was just like doing the course and hadn't got in about it. So what happened was we had meetings with a lecturer, which was our guidance, and another lecturer was there. And basically what they said was that my late coming would be maybe an issue for next year. They didn't say anything about like qualifications or stuff, or I might not get into the course. They just said it may be a push cause of it. But I assured them that okay. I assured them that shouldn't be an issue. It's just I'm in the caring role, and I believe that there should be a lot more leeway to people in a caring role, because it's not just as easy as going home, doing your homework and going to bed. We have to basically, we're looking after another person, and I'm at 17 years old, and I don't think now, I wasn't planning on taking care of someone at 17 years old, so that wasn't in my plan. So I think there should be a lot more leeway. I'm going to talk about more about the caring role in another video, so stay, like, look out for that. So basically what happened with the college was I just assumed that I was getting into next year because I hadn't had any word to tell me otherwise. So it got to, I kept on worrying because I hadn't got like anything for funding, because I am a carer and my parents don't work, and obviously because of the distance I am from the college, I get bursary funding, which is my allowance for basically going to college and equipment for it and stuff. So I got that, and I hadn't got any information about it this year, so I was starting to get like a little concerned because my friend's inductions were yesterday. So I phoned them up last Friday, and basically people walking past my window and just a little nosy. So basically what happened was, I feel like my lighting just completely changed there. Basically what happened was I phoned them up at the college and they said that my application was withdrawn due to late coming and stuff, and that I should speak to my guidance, I should email them about it. So I done that, and they got back to me, and I basically said in it, sorry to bother you, but I haven't heard anything about next year, and I haven't heard anything. There's been no like information to tell me that. So what happened was, I obviously messaged them up saying I didn't have any information about it, and he replied saying that sorry for the miscommunication, but we've not got anything from, we thought you'd understood that you weren't doing the course for the next year. And they had discussed this in the meeting that we had, but I had no one ever spoke to me about the fact that I wasn't doing it. I was just told there may be a chance that it would be difficult, which to me doesn't sound like a no. So I had in my head that I was doing the course, which now when I found out, I was a bit like pissed about it. I try not to swear on this channel, but trust me, I was a little pissed off about it, and basically I was told that there wasn't, that I was told about it, and I replied back saying if I was late, it was due to my caring role, so that shouldn't even come into it, because as I'm in a caring role, it shouldn't really come into it, because there should have been a little bit of leeway about that, because if I'm late, it's not due to me, it's due to something else, and if I am late, I'm not just like, oh, I'll just leave it. I hate being late, I hate like tardiness or anything, I don't like it. And the fact that I was being late a lot, it was annoying me, not just them. But I still find that if I passed everything, I'm sure I passed everything first time, bar maths. The only thing I failed was maths. But everything else I passed full time. I was a good worker in the class. All my assignments were in on time. There was nothing that was like an issue. There was nothing that was like an issue bar the late coming, and they were saying that sometimes I wasn't even in class, but that was covered by my absences that we got at the start of the term. Yeah, my late coming, the times that I was off was covered by an absence, and if I was late, I always made sure I was in that class. And sometimes I had met the people that were in my class, and they had said, oh, we were let out early because of this, we were let out a couple minutes early because of that, and I thought, well, I came in once the class was over, so I can't really go in and say, oh, by the way, I'm here. So I just went with them, and this lecturer did see me, and then they made a couple of snidey comments, and I let them slide then, but really I wish I didn't. So basically, I was left the week of the induction with nothing to do. I had nothing to do for my future. For a year I would be sitting doing nothing, and I wasn't letting that happen. That's not what, I'm not the type of person that will just let nothing happen. I won't sit and do nothing for a year. I can't sit and do nothing for a year. So I spoke to a couple of people, and I spoke to the group that helps care for me, and they were talking about like a couple of different things. They're setting up meetings and stuff for me, and now it's looking good. But at the time I was so annoyed with this, because it's not even the fact that I didn't get in. I didn't get in fine. If they told me in June that I didn't get in, I could apply for other places and got in. Or at least made an attempt to get in. I could have applied for different places in work or different apprenticeships and stuff. Now I've been left to like August, which is when most people go back, and I've got nothing to do, and I was close to having like nothing, when if someone didn't suggest going to speak to this woman, I would have been stuck for a year doing nothing, and that sucks. But I guess I would have just focused on like YouTube and stuff, but I just wanted to have this little chat to let you know what's been going on, because I think it's important that I keep you updated with what's going on. Obviously I won't go into too much detail about stuff, and because I don't really know if you really care. about everything, but we'll go with it, and I will see you in my next video. Also, if you have any comments or anything, put them in the comment section below. I will be leaving stuff on my description, like links to social media and stuff. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye guys.